there is a lot of rumors that your leaning minaret is towards spiritual, divine stuff. Have you heard it in your family folklore or whatever?
Never. But I tell tourists that the small door is the entrance to Hogwarts. They don't know. Really, even the family doesn't have. Suddenly it popped up. The whole family say, ni bukan gambar nenek aku.
Do you have macam apa orang complain, buka masjid ni apa doa.
Cubaan.
Now you take a shot.
Sekejap guys. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu Akbar.
Hajjah Fatimah, she was born in the 1770s. Then she passed away in 1870s. So almost 100 years old. Masya Allah dia. She was a businesswoman dari dekat Malacca, but darah Bugis. Very much connected to the Bugis royal family lah. And then her first husband, that is the daughter with the first husband. Nama Cik Mi, Maimunah, if I found out her name, Maimunah, but they call her Cik Mi. She died very young. Then after that, she married Raja Kraing Kuli, the Bugis prince. That's where we got Raja City. Mosque officer here. I deal with finance dengan HR, and I'm also the sixth descendant of Hajjah Fatimah herself. The land used to belong to Hajjah Fatimah herself, but the masjid is, all mosques in Singapore are under MUIS, so we technically don't own the masjid, tapi out of respect because of the family history, it is given the idea that it is somewhat a family mosque. My great-grandfather, which is Abdullah bin Taha, known as Omar. Don't know Omar? That's his name.
Okay.
So he had 5 marriages, and one wife, which is my great-grandmother, Zana Sharof, she's buried over here. She herself gave birth 17 times. So and each child that she had also gave birth to many children. So imagine when my father dari kecil dulu, inside one house dekat Nasim Road, he lived with 85 cousins. The Nasim Road house now is the Japanese embassy.
A lot of people want to know the link between Hajjah Fatimah and also Alsagoff.
It goes from my up, right? So my father's Alsagoff, my grandparents are cousins, the Alsagoffs. So my grandmother's mother and my grandfather's father are sisters. They are the daughters of Nong Cik, Syed Muhammad bin Ahmad Alsagoff. Okay. Now Nong Cik is the son of Raja Siti. Okay. So Raja Siti married Ahmad bin Abdurrahman Alsagoff. So that's where the Alsagoffs come in. Tapi kalau that is through genealogy, but kalau ikut in terms of nasab specific, you all will not be connected to Hajjah Fatimah because we go by the man.
Yeah.
So I will follow my father, my grandfather, and my grandfather's father, which is not connected, even though he is also a nephew of Nong Cik. Dia orang suka my cousin kan. Yeah, but in terms of macam bapak ke bapak, we are not there. But from mother's side, in Arabic we call it min dari sebelah mak. So we're connected that way.
Kira Zee, in layman's term, Hajjah Fatimah, anak dia kahwin Alsagoff.
Yeah.
That is where it all started dekat situ, kan?
Very difficult to find
Actually,
photo
it is. Gambar pun razi yang dapat.
Hajjah Fatimah.
So yang the photo that you have, yes, I think that was from either NHB or NLB. So that is an artist impression. Yeah, so we don't have, even the family doesn't have, suddenly it popped up, the whole family say, ni bukan gambar nenek aku. Siapa pun, but it's like to smiling one corner like that. Probably they try to depict the attire, the Bugis attire and the culture. This whole place, from the end of this wall here, sampai Jalan Sultan. And ke belakang lagi, that was the whole property of Hajjah Fatimah. Then later when Nong Cik was born, it became Kota Nong Cik. It's really huge. Really, really huge, mashallah. So Hajjah Fatimah, she was wealthy. Then, after 2 fires and 2 robberies, which people thought were piracy, I'm not sure, I cannot confirm on that lah. Pelanon kena attack, I'm not sure, because we were very near the sea. So 2 robberies and 2 fires, and she was, she was selamat lah, she wasn't around, alhamdulillah, she was bersyukur. So she decided to make part of her house into this masjid. And that was in 1846. Professor Imran from NUS, he came and then he was sharing that the original design is not like this. Typically mosques were like rumah bumbung tingkat, macam the Rahman, which is currently we see bumbung tingkat, which is very East Asian, Southeast Asian designs lah. So what happened is in 1932, I assume it was 1932, my great-grandfather, Sabrahman he redesigned the whole masjid. And then the arches, you see the columns semua kan macam Roman pillars.
Correct.
And then you see the tinted glass macam cathedral punya window panes.
Yes.
To say it's an Arab, but to say it's Arabian design tak sangat. To see it's Western design pun tak sangat. But there's a lot of mixture. You see all these blocks of squares kan, they form very Oriental juga. And then this one thing unique, which I refer to, and thankful to this Professor Imran, he said that this is the only masjid where the dome is in the central above the musalla in Singapore. Kalau tadi tak ada, and it really helps with the acoustics. Well, if you go to other mosques and you come to this masjid and then you start to wonder, the main difference is the peacefulness. It's very peaceful. Also, noting on the fact that we close after Subuh and we open back close to Zohor, we have that gap in between because of manpower. We don't have that much manpower. So like just now you saw that one gentleman wanted to do Salat Duha, and sorry, because tak ada manpower, so we cannot open, and also for security reasons. And this was sparked after, during COVID lah. During COVID, then we had to close. But some senior jemaah macam masih tak faham, kesian jugalah. So we had to explain to them, kita tak ada, and it was not like last time volunteers would just stay here and lepak, and it's properly taken care of with security, but now our manpower is limited. So that's why we have to close the masjid on the specific hours. For people to see this masjid, it's like very old school lah. Very old school.
Old school is the word.
Because of the induction, we cannot do many things on our own. We don't have full autonomy to the fixing of the masjid. If we want to do something, we need to get approval from NHB. You want to put a speaker, because it affects the facade, it affects the optics of the original look.
There is a lot of rumors that your leaning minaret is towards spiritual, divine stuff. Have you heard it in your family folklore?
Never. But I tell tourists that the small door is the entrance to Hogwarts. They don't know. Really? They give that 3-second look. Obviously not registering, but I'm just being cheeky lah. It was told to me also, the person himself was my father lah. I have to say, Baba, sorry but he just heard from other people as well. Apparently there's a wali makam outside, which is wrapped in yellow. So why was he known as a wali? I'm not sure why. They said they even wrote Waliullah. It's on his tombstone lah. And in the design of the kubo, the top part, there's a groove there, kan? And when it rains, it catches water. People would drink water, take that water and drink. Yeah, then lah. As far as the number of years I've been here, I've never witnessed that. The only thing I've witnessed is NEA complaining there's mosquito breeding lah. Yeah, so we sealed up that groove.
So there's a lot makam kat sini. So do you get people who perform khurafat?
No, because I've been not during my time lah. I don't know previously when there was full access. Yeah, we have about 144 graveyards around here,
144.
around 144 that we can identify. The last one is built in 1973. After that, all public property, public burial, no more private burial.
So the government stopped it.
The government stopped it in 1973. Yeah. So in terms of the scary things, the weird things, you know, I personally have not witnessed and I've not heard of that lah.
You have macam apa orang complain buka apa sih?
Oh, cubaan.
Serious ah?
Cubaan. But okay lah, we try to be as nice as we can, you know, because this is still technically a public space. Yeah. What I always tell when tourists come, I would tell them about my father's memories of this place. You know, when mashallah, he's 86 years old this year. He remembered when he was very young, he would just play with his cousins in the big compound. Then after he just ran out straight to the beach, which was just like, I assume it's like where the road is now, that's where it's known as Beach Road. And also I tell the people about the watchman's building up here, the structure here. And probably this was the original one, or maybe it was more wooden back then, less concrete. It was to identify people coming in from Bugis. You know, orang dari laut datang, and if they're Bugis, they get to rest here for like a place to sleep lah. Okay, last time mosque more open to people sleeping in the masjid kan. Then after a few days, then they get to settle inland.
Talking about the mosque being, you know, part of the national heritage, what's the plan for future? Is this just going to be a heritage center ke, just a plain mosque untuk tempat sembahyang ke? What do you want to do lah? Let's ask what you want to do.
See, we want to have a place where jemaah datang and they feel very comfortable, okay? And it used to be more comfortable before tall buildings are around, so it was windier. Now with the buildings around there, this place is not open for well ventilation. You know, with this covering up all these things, we have to cover it because we prevent rain from coming in. But because of our heritage with the status, we cannot put it on the outside. So because it affects the look of the masjid, the original look. But then again, when the blinds are on the inside, the rainwater, this becomes a conduit for the rain to come in. Lagi lecak, you know, licin. And this kind of flooring. It's not safe. It's not safe. Yeah. What we need support from? Finances. Fundraising lah. We got our fundraising license last October, so it's going to be running for 3 years. Kita nak kutip wang lah. So as much as kalau boleh, we really massive work we need to do. So it's anything that we need to do, we have to replace with the exact same item. And that's the issue pasal heritage.
Correct.
Heritage is very particular. So we want to maintain kan. Tapi from our point of view, this is for the jemaah. It's not for people to view, and this is not a museum. But alhamdulillah, it does have some historical things to talk about lah, but that is not the main focus. But we want to think of the comfort of the jemaah. So kita nak boleh aircon up the whole place. So it's quite stuffy. Nak kalau you main sini main tarawih, cubaan masya-Allah. In terms of what I do with my son and my daughters lah, I would tell them about family history. Then I will make sure kalau dia jumpa sepupu-sepupu kan, and not just this is your first cousin, tak, this is your third cousin, this is your fourth cousin. Who are they? Macam mana dia orang bercantum? That's very important to know family. So nak bring up that excitement to them so they know that there is a purpose for them being on earth, silaturahim. So from there, I was exposed to that from my father, from both my mother's side also. So I have a sense of purpose. That's why I feel, alhamdulillah, I get to be a staff here on top of being a descendant. Alhamdulillah, yeah. So inshallah, whoever views this and you're my nephew, my niece, you need to do something. And they also remind my son and daughters also.
Can we have a look later?
You can, I can't. You can.
Where is it on?
85 steps spiral upwards, and it's very small, and I cannot go in. Once I go in, I cannot come out because it gets narrow and all the way up. We didn't coin it to be the Leaning Tower of Singapore. Tour guides that pass by outside tell tourists that we have our own Leaning Tower of Singapore. I say, okay lah, if you call it that way,
Kira orang
whatever
kasi
makes you happy.
Tapi nickname tu melekat lah kira.
Boleh lah, asal kerja haji asal dia happy kan.
1, 3, 30, 31, 32. Oh, ada ni apa? 45, 46, 47,
Halfway.
50, 78, 79, 80. Wah, ni dangerous. Sekejap guys
Now you take a shot.
Sekejap guys. Guys. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahu Akbar. Asal?
Ada cicak jatuh.
Cicak tak apa Ji.
Now we're at the top of the minaret. Kau naik. Tak boleh turun. Ni dulu tempat dia laungkan azan. Bilal akan lakukan azan di sini.
Question, kat luar ke kat dalam ni?
Dari luar lah.
Dari sini?
Dari sini.
Pakai ni semua?
Tak ada speaker dulu.
Speaker. Masya Allah. Razi, kalau kita tak buat ni konten kalau kita tak buat benda masjid ni tak ada rezeki kita naik sampai sini Razi.
Alhamdulillah.